I read like comments or messages that you have such a loving mother, such a loving family. Where are these loving families now? Where are they? When I need their help, when I need this DNA test with them and with Kate and Jerry, where are they? Because I'm not asking for a lot, and it's really not a lot to do DNA test. If my loving family, as everyone said, and as many people say, if my loving family would really, really love me and want to help me to find out who I am, or to calm me down, they would do DNA tests to prove that I'm their daughter, sister, and cousin, whatever. They won't do this. They won't do this. And actually, I have current update, because I a few I don't know when it was, but in one part I said that my mother said that we can think about DNA, and after that she stopped talking to me. So I don't know why she said it, because I called her a few times since then. I messaged her and no reply, no answer. So why did she say we can think about DNA if she, at the end of the day, she stopped talking to me? Where is this loving family now? And it's not only about my family who raised me, it's also the other perspective. Where is the loving family of Madeline? They say they look for Madeline, and they cannot do DNA test with person who says she might be Madeline, and I'm this person who says this. I think that it's not typical behavior of parents who lost their child, but yeah, I just want to say it. And going back to memories, I remember, for example, that my stepfather, my mother's husband, when I was a very difficult child. Since I can remember, I cried a lot, and I made lots of arguments. No, I felt that no one could understand me, really no one, and I couldn't even calm myself down. I always needed to hug my cats and my pink teddy bear I had and still have. I just couldn't calm myself. And when I needed a hug from my mother, from my loving mother, she never wanted to, okay, maybe in the beginning she gave me these hugs, but basically when I was a little bit older, I couldn't get a hug to let me calm down. And even worse, my stepfather, my mother's husband, he was able to hit me. He was able to take his belt and hit my whole body, or he did a hole in my door from my bedroom because I was running away from him. I lived with them in a house, and there were stairs. So when he was angry, he was chasing me through the whole house. And once he did the hole in the door because he hit the door by his like that. I don't know how to show it, like that. I guess like that, because it was totally the hole in the door. So, and why did my mother not do anything to stop him? Why did she allow him to hit me like that, even on my back, on my belly, on everything? And after that happened, I don't know how long after that, my father, who was told to me that he's my biological father, spoke with my mother, as far as I know, because then her husband stopped doing this for some time, but then he started again, and it was a time when I put my hand, when he wanted to hit me, I put my hand in front of him and I told him, hit me, because this is the only thing you can do. And he stopped then. And I was like, I know I was a teenager then, like 15 maybe. So this is from my family. Can we do like a little break?
Sorry, yes, I was muted there. Sorry, Julia. Yes, of course.
Thank you.
You take a couple of minutes out. And viewers, thank you for all of your love and support for Julia. Obviously, this is very traumatic what she's talking about, and we salute her bravery. So I'll do a commercial. She's asked for 2 minutes. So I'll do a commercial break real quick, and then we'll bring her back. What that means? Ooh, I've been hearing that a lot lately. That's what I hear when we make another sale on Shopify, the all-in-one commerce platform to start, run, and grow your business. Shopify is the commerce platform revolutionizing millions of businesses worldwide. Whether you're selling Pokemon cards or hoodies, Shopify simplifies selling online and in person so you can successfully grow your business. Covering all your sales channels from a shopfront-ready POS system to its all-in-one e-commerce platform. Shopify even gets you selling across social media marketplaces like Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Full of the industry-leading tools ready to ignite your growth, Shopify gives you complete control over your business and your brand without learning new skills in design or coding. And thanks to award-winning help and with an extensive business course library, Shopify is ready to support your success every step of the way. What's lovely about Shopify is that no matter how big you want to grow, Shopify will be there to empower you with the confidence and control to take your business to the next level. It's time to get serious about selling and get Shopify today. This is Possibility, powered by Shopify. Sign up for a £1 per month trial period at shopify.co.uk/Shaun, SHAUN, all lowercase. Go to shopify.co.uk/Shaun to take your business to the next level today. Shopify.co.uk/Shaun. Link in description box if you're watching this on YouTube. Thanks for supporting our sponsor. Back to the podcast. Cheers. All right, let me see if Julia is ready to come back, folks. Are you feeling okay, Julia? Let's continue.
Yeah, I mean, give me 1 more minute, okay?
Yep. Take your time. Sure. I'll talk to the viewers and check out the comments. Yep. So loads of people have put love and support in the chat for Julia. That's all really appreciated. And like I said earlier on, the DNA test could have solved this. A analysis of the eyes. There's so many things. You would think that someone would have just said, here's the definitive answer, yes or no. If the cops thought she was crazy, like they're saying they think she's crazy, the media tried to destroy her reputation, why don't they pay the couple $100 to do the DNA test and solve this instead of just leaving everybody hanging? It just makes us suspicious. And from day one, all I've said is Julia has the right to tell her story. I don't know who she is. She's trying to find out who she is, and she certainly deserves, with putting all this work into it, to get some answers from the authorities included. All right, Julie, do you feel okay to continue now?
Yeah. So I want to say that it's really, really not a lot to do DNA tests, and I want to say that I believe that everyone, I mean, I don't have to explain, like, for example, if my mother, because my mother and my father tell me that, oh, you are our daughter, and we know that, we don't need to like prove anything because we know that. But before I will talk about other memories, I want to say I went to police station first in May 2022. This was the first time when I contacted police on Operation Grange and some organizations that help missing people. And basically, because of they didn't react in any way, because of not getting help, that's why I decided to go to social media. And the thing I cannot understand is that why my parents who say they love me, and I love them too, but it's not the love what it's here in this family. But why did they agree for me experiencing the hate, the threats, going with unknown name woman who pretended to be psychologist and private detective, a doctor or whatever, actress and other things. But she was just a fraud, and I made a post about her very recently. It's the new, it's a new post on my Instagram. I described the story with her, because if I would have a child, or if my sister, half sister, would come to me and tell me, "Oh, Julia, I think I'm not your sister. I think my parents aren't my parents." And one woman offered me help because I went to social media to talk about my experiences with police, that they didn't want to help me. And I'm going to the woman who I don't know of the USA. I would say, what are you going to do? Are you going to do with women who you don't know to the other place of the world? I will give you this DNA test because I want you to be safe. This is what I would do. And my question is, why did my parents not do this? Why was it so hard for them? What? So no one really knew who was Fia. I didn't know. My family didn't know. You didn't know. No one knew. She could be even a psycho, you know. But my family didn't care about my safety, and this is something that bothers me a lot. That they preferred to not do DNA test and let me go with some stranger than just prove me wrong. Sorry.
You're all right. Take your time. You're fine. The whole world is behind you in the comments right now. And people are saying that there's definitely something wrong with this case. Something's been hidden somewhere. And Julia definitely deserves answers. And let's just go. Yeah, she's coming back now.
Also, okay, going back to memories. So I also remember being in the car with my parents. My dad was a driver. My mother was on the seat next to the driver, and I was in the back seat. And I remember that we were driving next to the forest, and small fire was there, very small fire, and the deer was there, the animal. And I remember I said something that I want to save the deer. And I remember that in the meantime, I don't know, like the sequence, what was first, what was like the last thing from the car. But I remember that they told me that now I'm their daughter, Julia. My name is Julia, and I have to learn Polish. And they spoke with me in English, and this is the first memory, really the first memory I have with them. And I remember that I was trying to escape from the car. I was on the right, on the back seat. I remember I was crying, and I opened the door from the car during the drive. And last year in October, when I contacted my dad and we met, I asked him if he remembers the situation when I was a child, that I opened the door during the drive. And I regret a lot that I didn't record this conversation. But he told me that, yeah, you opened the door from the car because you were very naughty. But if I remember, like, the situation a little bit more than just being naughty, then I believe something is wrong here. And I believe that I don't know how to say, like, I know what many people think about me, that they say you're just an attention seeker, or you're just a liar, or whatever. But I will say something very important. Imagine, and I'm telling this to people who don't believe me mostly, imagine that on this world there are still people who tell the truth, imagine that there are still people who want to fight for the truth. There are still people who experience abuse, horrific abuse, who experience many difficult things and who just want to know who they really are. And I'm not the only person who thinks that I don't belong to my family, because I know that there are other people in this world who also want to know who they really are. And they are also very, very bad. They also experience very bad treatment from the police. And I just want to say that it's very hard for me. And I know I was supposed to talk mostly about memories, but I just want to share my thoughts too. I hope, Shaun, you are okay with it.
Yeah, of course. Continue, please. You're very
Okay.
brave to share all these thoughts and memories.
I just want to say that it's not easy to deal with everything now for me. And just think twice before you will send someone a hateful message or a threat, because it's not okay. We are all humans and we are all allowed to know who we really are. I am allowed to know who I am. You are allowed to know who you are. And it's alright. We are humans. And I believe that all of you, if you would be in my shoes, you would want to know who you really are. And some people, I have to say, some people say that I'm just attention seeker. And I will give you a question. For example, I had an Instagram called I am Madeline McCann. I regret that I didn't name it Am I, because I didn't know, right? Who I am, and I still don't know. So I just shouldn't use words I am. I should use am I. It was my mistake. I know it. But if I would be just an attention seeker, I would definitely post my music on this Instagram that had 1.5 million followers in 1 week. And I never did it on this Instagram because I didn't want to mix the name of Madeline with my music, because it wouldn't be okay, and I didn't do this. The other thing is that, sorry, Shaun, you wanted to say something?
People in the comments are saying that they can see you're a good person, your heart's in the right place, and you don't have to justify yourself to the evil people out there.
Thank you. But I know it's very emotional life today for me. I just feel that when I need to say something, I just want to say it.
Yeah, of course. And we like that you are able to say these things and address issues, and it makes you feel better when they are addressed.
Yeah, I mean, it's just hard. My dog is here, by the way.
Oh.
Sorry. You want to see her?
Yeah, yeah.
A second.
Oh, baby Ziggy's got competition. Look. Oh, how cute. Cuteness.
Yeah, she gives me much support now. But okay, going back to what I wanted to say. 1 second.
Yep.
I have asthma.
Okay. So yeah, thank you for all the support. And people asking about the DNA, we did address all that. It's not as simple as you can just get some ancestry DNA thing done online. It's got to go through the authorities and be authenticated and sample. You know, the police have got a Madeline sample. Julia's given them her sample, and this whole series started with the cop saying, "We don't have the money to do the DNA test." They've spent millions on the McCann case, and they couldn't spend the pence it would have took to do the DNA test. And yeah, loads of people suggesting to get Beverly Rhodes on you. She's a psychic, a remote viewer, and she's a very healing, nurturing person. And that might be good to get Beverly on with you at some point, if you're in agreement with that.
Yeah,
Okay,
of course,
great.
why not?
Great.
Okay, so I would like to talk more about my memories,
Yes.
but I'm very scared of judgment, by the way. So I'm just okay. Give me a moment.
Okay, you're fine. Yeah, so I do think that Beverly's nurturing, healing energy would be a good thing for Julia. That is an excellent suggestion, viewers. We saw Beverly when she came on with Ronnie Bow the other night, and he was very emotional, and Beverly had a really good influence. Yep. Okay, Julia.
Okay, so I went to. I don't know if I mentioned it before. I remember in the part 2 when I was speaking about my memories and Dr. Becky was there. I mentioned the girl who I befriended with underground. I don't know if you remember. So I'm basically not in touch with this girl who I thought is her anymore because she said she needs to process some things and she never got back to me. So I think if it's her, then it's too much for her. But okay, I just want to say that in this there was a basement, large basement. Like for me, it was very big, and there were like I will describe it. It will be maybe easier to start from description of this place. The walls were made from gray stones, and there were like how to explain, like a small gray tables from stones. I would even say altars.
All right, Julia's going to be back. Yep, Natanya also. People are saying Natanya's got that healing energy. She certainly does. She was saying she's in the basement with small tables, and she suspected altars. So it's hard for her to go back and relive these things. But we appreciate everyone's love and support. Yeah, like I said, the DNA thing, it's not a clear-cut thing. And Julia is in a better place now. People have helped her. Many of us have donated to the PayPal link in the description box. And she is situated in a safe place now. And I just wish this DNA test would get authorized so we could just put this to rest once and for all. Honestly. Rather than just do a media campaign against her and say that she's crazy and misquote her and clickbait her, taking little phrases, taking the title of the I Am Madeline McCann Instagram page and using it all against her, saying that she confessed and that she was sorry when she didn't confess and say she was sorry. They took one thing she said she was sorry about and made it appear as if she'd said that she was sorry about faking being Madeline McCann. If anyone Googles Julia, that's all that comes up is all those hate news stories trying to destroy her reputation. Nothing comes up showing the other side of the story and all the sinister things the cops and other people she's interacted with have done. All right, well, thanks for coming back.
Yeah, I'm here again. Sorry for just making breaks all the time, but recently I've dealt with a lot, and it just I thought, to be honest, that I won't be able to go live today because of much stress and physical pain. But I'm here. I didn't say things I wanted to say. That's all of them. So I will just say a few more things.
Yes, please do. And Julia, this is an organic thing for you. So you may have had something pre-planned to say, but when you get on here and it's live, your heart takes you in the right direction for you to do what you need to do.
Yes, that's true. I had a plan what I want to say, but nothing from my plan came here. So okay, I mean not nothing, because some things I said some things, but I wanted to say more. But I thought it would be easier, but it's just too hard. But okay,
You're doing
I'll
great.
be fine. I'll be fine. So as I said, there were like walls made from stone, grey stones, and there were little tables, like I would say altars, because it was like in child size. It was also made from grey stones, and I don't know how many these altars, tables, whatever were there, but it was like 10 or maybe 12, something like that. And I should use SA, right? Word SA. Okay.
Yeah, just the essay. Yeah.
And so SA, I would say, and RSA were there, and there were people who were like doing bad things there. And I remember, as I said before, in the live part 2 with Dr. Becky and Yushan, there was a girl who I befriended, and she called, or maybe I shouldn't say how she called herself. I would skip her name, and just for her safety if she's out there anywhere. And I remember that it was a time when these other kids were hurt, and we went to like on the left side of this place, and there weren't walls made from stones in this part. It was like a wooden walls, I would say, and there was a ladder. And I remember that we went out for a moment. It was a moment by using this ladder. And I remember that the entrance was in the high grass. And the entrance was in the ground, but the high grass was around the entrance. And what is even more interesting, sorry, I'm totally shaky. What is even more interesting is that the guy who I spoke about him before, he said he was medium, whatever. And I spoke about him before in the other life, as far as I remember. And I will speak about him for a short moment now, because before I told anyone about my memories, he contacted me. We got in touch, and he told me about his visions he has had since Madeline went missing. And the visions were about Madeline, and he mentioned to me the entrance and the in the ground, and he told me exactly that the high grass was around the entrance. And my question is, how the hell can he know that? Because the only person who knew was my best friend, and she didn't know him. She even isn't Polish. So yeah, I just wanted to say it, because I find it very suspicious and interesting at the same time. So, and I'm talking about other things because it's less stressful when I speak about other things in the meantime.
You're doing good, Julia. You're doing good.
Sorry, have large
take a break if you want. I'll talk to the people in the chat.
Okay, thank you.
And yeah, thank you everybody for your support here with Julia. And we have got, so earlier today we had Chris Todd on for part 2, and then after this one we've got Charlie Seeger coming on. It's a pre-record, actually, a studio podcast. He's an old school Liverpool gangster. Never told his story before. It's one of the most fascinating stories I've ever heard. And he's actually got 6 books out about his life. And that's what's going to be coming up next after this. And it's about a 2-hour podcast as well. So if you're in for hours and hours of content this evening, that'll take it to 4 hours for you. All right, Julia's back. Hello.
Hi again, I'm here. Okay, so And I remember that we, going back to the memory, I remember that we went out for a moment and there was high grass and there was very dark. And I remember we were running together and we hit ourselves on the right side of ourselves. And I remember that then after we hit ourselves, I remember that someone was chasing us and there was a man, and then I remember that this man took this girl and the other man took me.
It's all right if you're still listening, Julia. I know memories like this are extremely traumatic, and you're doing great. You're doing great. Everyone in the chat is supportive. There's nobody saying you're faking or attention seeking or any of that nonsense here. You're in a safe place. So just take some deep breaths.
It's just hard having these images in my mind right now.
Of course.
And feeling that pain. I will say that all the memories I have, and it's what I shared is even not half of them, but all the memories I have that came to me, they all came in pieces, and they are all very, maybe not all, but most of them very difficult. And I would want to say more, because I really thought that I would say more, because I thought I'm like able to do this, but I just feel I'm not. And I just want to say that I'm very, very thankful for your help, Shaun, and for everyone's help. But the last thing I want to mention today, maybe I will be less stressful next time, but the last thing I want to mention today, I believe it's important. I will say initials of people who you could have heard about and who were in the basement that I described 1 moment ago. So I will just say it now, and I need to go because I feel very sad and stressed, and I'm just not able to finish this today. So I will just say this initials now, and it's GM, TP, PA, and JE, and that's all.
Julia, before you go, because everybody's very concerned about you right now, because you've just bared your soul on here, and it's been very emotional, and people have been concerned about you throughout the series of these interviews, your living situation, etc. Could you just please let the viewers know, because we don't want them to just be thinking that you're in a bad place and you're unsafe. Could you just reassure the viewers that you are in a safe place right now, and you're okay?
I'm okay.
Because you've relocated, haven't you? And people are worried about.
I know. It's just very stressful. I really thought I would be able to say more, but I'm not.
Yeah. So you're in a safe place, right? Just to reassure the viewers.
Yeah.
Okay. And all right. And I imagine reliving this right now, it's taking its toll on you. So do you just want to go and relax and unwind and get just have a rest?
Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I just want to make sure that you're safe, and that you're not just gonna end this and you're in a bad situation. You're in a safe place now, and you've got people there who support you, haven't you? You've got friends and stuff.
Yeah, it's just so hard, and that's all.
Of course it is, and everybody salutes your bravery. And if you've looked at the chat, it's just all love pouring out for you. And you know, just take it easy after this. Get one of your friends over, and just, you know, have
Okay.
have a restful night. And yeah, okay.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity, Shaun, and I hope I'll be back with the other parts of memories, but I have to be stronger to do this. So I'm very grateful for help, and thank you everyone for being here and listening to my story and for supporting me. I really appreciate it, and it means really a lot to me. It's very helpful, and thank you everyone, and have a lovely day or evening. Bye.
All right. And we all know how brave you are, Julia. Thank you. All right. So Julia's gone. She's incredibly brave to bare her soul like that. Thank you, everyone, for being so loving and supportive. She's no longer located where she used to be located. She is in a much safer place, and our donations have helped with that as well. And it's all appreciated. All of Julia's links are in the description box below this video. If you want to contact her, she's on Instagram, TikTok, etc. Donation link is down there, and she'll also, like she said, she'll be coming back on. So if you want to watch 2 hours with Charlie Seeger, old school Liverpool gangster, original safe blower in his teens, we've got that coming up for the next 2 hours. This video is going to take you over to there. Let me just double check it that it is. Yeah, it is. It is. So let me end the stream and stay tuned if you want some of the old school gangster stories.